I am sort of making up for a missed interview from a couple weeks ago. You guys played the Made in America Festival over Labor Day weekend. But growing up, what were your jobs as teenagers?
Growing up, I mean, still, like, maybe a year ago, I was still working as a waitress. I think from 15 to 21, that was my occupation, serving tables at all a bunch of vegan restaurants and doing music on the side and trying to balance working doubles and doing music.
That can't possibly be easy.
That's how we met, actually. So
Yeah, we were both working at vegan restaurants. I wasn't a teenager, but
I was a teenager when I met you. I was 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or 18.
Well, yeah, we both had similar jobs at vegan restaurants in the city, and I don't think I've grown up yet, so I'm still still working on growing up.
Fair enough.
A bakery was awesome. Vegan treats, and I lived in Pennsylvania for a year, and I ate cake every single day of my life, and probably have diabetes, but it was awesome.
Then I shouldn't tell you about the 9:30 Club's great cupcakes. They'll make you feel.
There's already none left.
I was gonna say, eat them after your set. Probably the best idea. Too late. Uh-oh. So how and when did you guys first take an interest in music? Because you have quite a diverse background music-wise.
Music has always been a part of my life before I could question what I wanted to do with my life. Music was something I always loved I don't know, there are videos of me 3 years old singing things in kindergarten talent shows, singing Respect by Aretha Franklin, and just like, I don't know, my soul gravitated to music. And when I was 15, I bought a piano at a thrift store for $300 and just was like, I want to write music. And, it was just such a creative outlet and therapeutic, and so I just kind of made myself learn keys, even though I'm horrible, but it's enough to write music, and it just is really all my entire world revolves around it. I've been very lost without what music has done for me. So
You're also really good at it. Yeah, I was forced to play music at a very young age. My parents were firm believers that you brush your teeth and wash your face and practice piano or whatever. So I was forced to learn that, and then I hated it, so I said I'm quitting piano, and then my dad was a drummer, so I was like, I thought of the most impossible instrument to play in an apartment, and I was like, all right, I want to play the drums, and he still forced me to practice, so now I love it.
That'll show him.
He was an awesome drummer. He was in a really cool band in the CBGB days called Marbles, and the Ramones opened up for them. Like, they were pretty...
Yeah,
they did their thing back then, in the rock and roll era.
They thought they were the coolest thing, though.
They were!
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
I mean, how do you beat having the Ramones open for you?
Yeah, right? It's like, you win at life.
Yeah, I mean, bucket list, done.
I remember being like 5 and having this thought that my dad was the best drummer in the world. And that's just what I thought.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And you mentioned CBGB's a great former installation music-wise in New York City. That is now some weird fashion store. Yuck. Yeah. Every time I walk by, I kind of shake my head. And you guys are sort of based out of New York City, which is filled with bands to infinity. How do you guys make sure that you stand out in that horde of music?
We don't move to Brooklyn is the first thing. Every band is from Brooklyn, so there's one way to stand out is be the only band from Riverdale in the Bronx.
I don't know about that. I don't think we try to stand out. We just want to play music and are all best friends, and for some reason people like us, I guess, to a certain degree, and I think it's just because they can connect and they're like, oh, those are real people who fart and play music, and there's no smoke screens and trying to be different. We just, I don't know, our sound kind of goes all over the place. It's just because we don't want to be pigeonholed into one sound, and we appreciate so many different genres, and it's just, I think people like realness, and that's what we are.
Yes.
That's always good. Describe the writing process for your EP Reflections. How did you get started, and do you do the lyrics first? Do you do some riffs first? How does it all come together?
The writing process, I usually write the songs at 3 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep because it's like forcing itself out of my body. But yeah, I'll write the skeletons of the song, the lyrics and melody and on the keys, and then bring it to the band, and we build the song from the ground up together. But the EP was not done that way. The EP, all those songs were done before. Just about before I met the band, really. You know, they were songs I had in the closet for a really long time, and when we met, we started demoing them in his apartment and using the closet as a vocal booth and all these things, and like really do it yourself, and lots of noise complaints from our neighbors, and then we signed with our record label, and you know, they tried putting us with a bunch of producers, and nothing was topping what we had done ourselves. So they were like, all right, let's make it an EP. Let's throw those songs that you had on SoundCloud together and, you know, stamp it with our label logo, and that was it, really. So we're really thankful that they stood behind the stuff we originally were making.
We did actually one song with this producer, Frequency.
Oh, yeah.
Reflections, which came out great, and he was the first producer we ever really worked with and built a song. So we went back to him for our album. We're working with him now.
So where do you stand right now, album-wise? How far into the process are you?
Pretty far. We just have a couple of more songs to do. We recorded the whole album during the summer, and that's why we're so pale, because we didn't see the sun. And then we got thrown this amazing 21 Pilots tour, and we're like, okay, let's do that and put the album on hold, and we'll finish it in like October, November, and it's going to be out in January.
Knock on for Micah. Oh, God, you found some real wood. Good.
We made sure that it was wood interior for this moments like these.
It's Lux. It works. It's all right. You mentioned that you are on tour right now with 21 Pilots, who put on an amazing live show. Not that you should have to feel like you need to top that, but what do you bring to your stage performance?
Unfortunately, no backflips and ski masks. They're so awesome. We watch their set every single night, just like with like our jaws to the floor, like, what? How are they doing this? This is so awesome. And something to look up to, really, as a live show, because they bring something so different to the table. But I don't know, what do we bring? Really bad dance moves. Like, I dance like my mother, and
We add comic relief to the set a little bit. We're more, I think, I don't know, funky and funny.
We have a little horn section. We got a saxophone player and trumpet, and he plays the keys at the same time. I don't know any other band who has a musician who can play the keys with his toes and the trumpet and accordion, and he's absurd. He's not real.
And I think that, you know, safety-wise, that's far better than climbing risers and, oh my Lord.
It's insane. It's awesome.
It's really fun to watch.
Fun to watch. I feel slightly bad for their parents. I'd be like, stop. It looks great. You did it once. You did it 20 times. Like, we got to change it up. Knock on wood for that.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Now I feel better. I don't want to jinx anybody's shit. The title track, the video for your title track, Reflections, looked like it was really fun to make. Where did you film it? Who came up with the concept?
Well, we originally shot a first video for Reflections, and it did not go over very well. We kind of got cornered into doing it very fast with very little budget, and with a director we didn't know, who everything was CGI, we're going to CGI, so it wound up looking like an Arby's commercial with fake fire, and it was just like such a nightmare. Fire and like shattered glass and just like things like if we put at the end like just kidding, then it would have been great, but it was everything that like we were not about, and I watched 5 seconds of it and was like, nope, I don't care if everyone hates me, we cannot put this out.
I remember Mandy was like, all right, I'm gonna watch the video, and I was like, okay, and literally 5 seconds went by and she was like, over my dead body, are we releasing it? I was like, but at least watch the whole thing, and then I watched it and I was like, okay, yeah, 5 seconds is enough to know. So
then at the time we were going to the UK, and the people at the label overseas were like, okay, well, we need a music video or you're not coming over here because that's how we're going to promote you. And we're like, no, like this is the worst, like why are we in this corner with, you know, gun to your head, like you have to do this. And so my older sister saved the day, and we ran around New York and just like shot like stop motion, silly, goofy things, and had that, and they called it the New York edition music video. And so, third time's the charm. We finally did the legit music video with amazing directors that we got to. We collaborated on the idea.
A long phone call. We had an idea, and they had an idea, and we kind of combined it. So it was a good collaboration.
It was amazing. It was so much fun. The best 2 days ever. And we shot at Bryn Mawr, which was like basically Hogwarts. And we got to the set, and we're like, "What? This is insane!"
Every scene that we filmed in was just like, "This is perfect for what we want."
Yeah.
And it was across the board.
So fun, and it's a very loose interpretation of the song. We didn't want it to be like, here's boy and girl, heartbreak, that kind of thing. But we were trapped in detention, just like being in Heartbreak, you're trapped, and everybody else is free to go, and you're there trying to escape, and that was our escape plot.
And thankfully, no pyrotechnics.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna remember that the next time I listen to that. I see the video. I'm gonna go.
Yes,
Thank goodness.
Arby's fire, like they just need to put like a burger on the screen, and it was like Misterwives, thinking Arby's,
Yikes. You've also released several lyric videos. What are the benefits of doing that?
Well, people get the lyrics right.
Yeah.
That's good. We've had some funny interpretations
We
of.
still do. People will always get the lyrics somewhat wrong in certain areas.
Coffins, wet feet slip through the grass or something.
Wet feet slip through the grass.
But I don't know. The Reflections lyric video, that's another. I guess we shot 4 videos for that.
We shot way too many music videos for that song. But
Yeah. It was fine. We did it in our apartment, and it was like just kind of like a last minute thing, and very. I still clean up, sprinkle whatever, all those confetti, and there's ketchup on my ceiling still, like so many things from the. But it was awesome, and you put the lyrics out, and it's a fun visual for people to identify the words with.
It's a stepping stone also between the song and the music video. It's kind of like a way in between.
And it's also something you can use for social media.
Yes.
How do you use social media to further your exposure?
Everything, really. It's pretty insane how much it's changed the game for artists, it's such an instant, like, we play a show and there are immediately tweets and Instagram photos of like, oh, Mr. White, it's crazy. Because I remember mailing lists, and I'm 22, you know what I mean? And I
handing out flyers,
and even for my first show I ever played, it was that kind of thing. And now it's just this crazy thing where you're just able to connect with fans or, people just so instantly, and it's awesome. And you're promoting shows and promoting the album, the EP, music video. It's endless, really. It's insane. And YouTube is also a game changer.
Who in your band is the overshare?
The over who?
Overshare.
Overshare, like
too much information. Yeah, either too often or too much information.
From our account? Yes. Well, we all collaborate on what we're going to post. We take our posts very seriously.
Yeah. Maybe Will. I feel like he's always.
He's our test dummy. We're like, well, we don't really know what to do, so why don't we find a way for you to act silly and post that?
Take it and do a handstand and like bust your shit
He'll
or
hurt
something.
Himself for the sake of the music and the post, so that's good.
That's good, Will. That's good. So you played, like I said, you played Made in America, and we're here at the 930 Club. Do you guys prefer playing festivals or more intimate club gigs, or they're both awesome in different ways?
Yes, they are both awesome in different ways. It's just amazing playing live shows, no matter if there's 10 people there or 10,000, really. It's just like always the same thing of like, wow, I get to play music to people who love our music, and we're making them dance and sing and have a good time. And so it's, festivals are much hotter, especially they're always in the summer and you're dying. I remember Firefly was the first one we played, and that was insane. That to this day is one of my favorite shows we've ever played, but I also...
This year?
Yeah, this year.
It was gross.
It was crazy, and we camped out like crazy people.
We're like, we can't afford these hotels. Let's just set up one of those, what are the glampers things?
Well, we had our own tent, and I just remember like the next day after we played, I'm like brushing my teeth out of a water bottle, so sweaty, my hair's like this big, and these two girls were like, "Can we take a photo with you?" And I was like, sure. Yes. But I don't know. Festivals are awesome. Playing intimate shows, playing huge. We've gotten to play much bigger venues with 21 Pilots because they're doing so amazingly. So it just across the board is incredible, really.
So what's up next for Misterwives after this tour? It sounds like more recording, and then what?
Yes, we're finishing the album and putting that out, and then we're doing our...
No, then we're going on vacation.
Maybe a vacation.
We're going to go on a vacation. Managers, vacation. And then we are going back on tour, probably.
Yeah,
for
our
our
first
first
headlining
headlining
tour, which is so exciting. That's like... I mean,